A snowy night in Paris. A soothing sleep story to calm mind and body. The night is quiet over the streets of Paris, and a soft layer of snow covers the pavements and rooftops. Streetlights glow gently, casting warm circles of light on the ground and reflecting softly on the falling flakes. The air is cool and still, carrying a calm, steady hush across the city. Buildings line the streets in even rows, their windows showing gentle light from within. The quiet sound of distant movement is subtle, almost unnoticeable. Blending with the soft patter of snow, shadows shift slowly. As the snow drifts down, and small details in the streets, lamps and trees become easier to observe. The environment is steady, calm and simple, encouraging attention to settle naturally. As the night continues, the city's pace slows, creating a soft, steady rhythm that allows the mind and body to rest. Chapter 1. Begin at a quiet street where snow moves slowly. A quiet street lies under a steady, gentle fall of snow, moving slowly across the pavement. The buildings stand close to the curb, their facades dark and still against the pale light. A warm window glow pushes through thin curtains and fills a nearby room with soft, even color. The light comes from a single lamp set low on a table, casting an even pool that eases the edges of the furniture. Footsteps are rare on this street, and the near silence gives weight to the small, ordinary sounds that remain. Distant traffic hums faintly, a low and steady presence far beyond the row of trees. The air tastes clean and very cool, carrying the simple scent of fresh snow and damp stone. Street lamps mark the curve of the road with pale circles of light, and each circle overlaps with another in a slow, regular pattern. The air moves in small breaths between buildings, and the falling flakes respond by drifting in slow curves. Windows show quiet interiors where lights glow and shadows rest against the walls. Curtains move in tiny, almost invisible waves when a door opens and closes in some unseen room. The street is quiet enough that the soft whisper of snow striking the ground can be heard like a light, steady rhythm. In one of the rooms, a chair waits near the window, with a soft blanket folded over its back. The chair is shaped to hold gently, with cushions that welcome a slow release of weight. The blanket rests there, warm from a moment of being folded and set aside, holding a familiar texture that invites settling. A mug sits on a small table beside the chair, warm to the touch and simple in its shape. Steam rises from the mug in thin, steady lines and disappears into the soft light of the room. There is a slight warmth from the lamp above, a temperature that balances the cool air pressing at the window panes. The contrast between the cool glass and the warm room is even and calming. And each surface holds a clear, quiet presence. The chair receives the body with gentle support, and the blanket drapes across shoulders and knees in a comforting way. The hands rest around the mug and feel the heat moving outward through the ceramic. Breath lengthens in a natural way, and the chest rises and falls with a steady, measured tempo. The breath finds a calm rhythm on its own, steadying like a slow, regular tide. Each inhalation brings a soft coolness from the open window edge, and each exhalation returns warmth into the room. The skin along the face feels the cool air at the window, a clear and delicate touch that awakens calm awareness. Eyes rest on the slow movement outside, where flakes rotate and fall with quiet precision. Lamplight reflects on each falling flake, making small points of brightness that appear and fade gently. The light on the snow is steady rather than sharp, and the scene outside becomes a simple study of motion and stillness. The sound of the street is a distant hush, and within it the small noises of the room appear clearer and more familiar. The faint creak of the chair as the weight shifts is regular and unhurried. A faint clink of ceramic occurs when the mug moves slightly on the saucer. A small rustle comes from the blanket as fabric settles and breath follows its calm rhythm. The mug holds warmth that spreads slowly through the palms, and that spreading warmth moves into the wrists and along the arms. The contact of hands with the mug is steady, and the heat feels even and uncomplicated. The room holds simple shapes and plain colors that do not demand attention, and the eyes can rest on them without effort. Light falls in wide, soft bands across the floor, and the pattern changes very slowly with each small breath of air that moves across the room. The sound of distant traffic is a faint band of low noise that sits under the quiet, and its regularity becomes a subtle companion to the breathing pattern. The cool air at the window brings a tiny sensation on the cheeks and around the nose, a clear awareness that is gentle and unobtrusive. The blanket around the shoulders has a weight that is reassuring, a presence that steadies the body and keeps muscles from tensing. Muscles ease in sequence, from the shoulders down through the arms, letting the hands remain soft around the mug. The legs rest with the blanket laid over them, and the hips sink into the chair with even support. The feet are settled and still, and the small muscles in the toes have a chance to relax completely. Each part of the body finds a comfortable position that requires no effort to maintain. The breathing continues in a steady, unforced rhythm, and attention rests on the simple rise and fall of the chest. The senses take in small, calm details: the soft glow of the lamp, the quiet motion of the flakes, the even warmth of the mug, Sounds remain low and unobtrusive, and none call for sudden focus or reaction. The mind notices the order of the room, the predictable placement of objects, and the simple, steady presence of light and warmth. Thought becomes less sharp and more like a slow-moving current, passing by without the need for close examination. The scene outside with lamplight on falling snow holds attention in a passive way, offering a soft visual rhythm that does not demand interpretation. The room's quiet and the steady breath form a gentle structure that supports calm awareness. The hands feel the mug's surface and note the slight texture of the ceramic, the smooth rim, and the even heat that moves into the skin. A gentle warmth spreads through the palms, travels into the arms, and settles across the chest. The warmth in the hands is simple and even, without urgency or change. The feeling of warmth through the body becomes a slow, broad presence that eases tension and encourages stillness. Thoughts move like soft shapes along the edges of attention, and each thought loses sharpness as the breath keeps its steady timing. The mind becomes content to observe without pushing, and thinking slows to natural, easy pacing. The sound of snow hitting the ground outside is quiet and repetitive in a way that is restful and predictable. The window shows the soft movement beyond, and the view is limited to close details of falling flakes and lamplit streets. The contrast between the dark buildings and the pale snow is gentle, and shapes remain simple and calm. The lamp's glow touches the face and hands with a steady presence, and that touch feels reliable and unchanging. The cool air from the window edge balances the lamp warmth, creating a mild and comfortable temperature across the skin. This balance allows the body to settle without the need to shift for comfort. The chair supports the back with an even pressure, and the blanket offers a gentle hold that keeps the spine aligned and relaxed. Breathing stays measured and quiet, and each cycle becomes an anchor within the calm room. The mind notices small, ordinary sensations and gives them attention without the urge to change them. Memories and plans, quiet as the moment's steady details, hold focus. The rhythm of breathing and the regular sight of falling snow lead the senses into a slow pattern of observation. The eyes feel heavy with the ongoing calm and begin to close more often between gazes. When lids rest half closed, the light becomes a soft presence that washes across the inner parts of the eyelids. The darkness behind those lids is even and neutral, and it offers a wide, steady field for rest. The body responds to this wide calm by loosening in small places where it had held tension. The jaw releases, and the muscles around the mouth soften into an easy state. The throat feels open and relaxed, allowing the breath to move without resistance. Shoulders drop and remain low, carrying only a comfortable amount of weight. The hands let go of any hold that is not needed, keeping a gentle contact with the mug, but without stiffness. The legs settle deeper into the chair, and hips find a stable position that does not call for adjustment. The feet rest and no longer need to move to find ease. The whole body becomes a quiet field of sensations that are steady and comfortable. The mind's activity decreases in intensity and becomes more reflective, noticing simple facts of the room rather than forming long stories or lists. Sensations of warmth, cool air, soft light, and rhythmic sound combine into a steady backdrop that supports restful awareness. Time takes on a softer quality, and minutes pass without sharp edges or sudden interruptions. The falling snow outside continues its slow journey, and the lamp's reflection on each flake keeps a subtle, regular brightness. Small sounds. A distant vehicle. A muffled footstep far away. The faint settling of building materials remain part of the background and do not disturb the slow rhythm. The breath maintains its calm pace, and with each exhale, the body sinks a little deeper into ease. The mug cools gradually, and its gentle change is a minor detail that continues the scene's gentle unfolding. Eyes lower completely and rest closed, giving the rest of the senses room to notice smaller details. The warmth from the blanket and mug carries inward, and the sensation moves through the chest into the abdomen with a mild, pleasant presence. Thoughts become softer and more fleeting, like light passing through thin clouds. There is no pressure to hold any particular thought in place, and memories float by without requiring action. The quiet room offers a steady container for this calm, and each element remains simple and accessible. The snow continues to fall, unhurried and precise, marking time in a graceful, unemphatic way. The lamp keeps its even glow, and the window frames the slow motion beyond with clarity and steadiness. The breath finds a slower pace still, aligning with the gentle pattern of the street outside. The body follows that pace, and small muscles relax in sequence until the whole form rests in a comfortable passive phase. Sensations remain clear but soft, and the mind allows them to exist without insistence. Thought fades into a background hum, and then into an even quieter space, where only simple awareness remains. The room's warmth, the cool edge at the window, and the steady light combine to hold attention in a calm field. The heart beats evenly and without effort, supporting the slow, natural rhythm of rest. The eyelids feel heavy and settle into a closed, peaceful position. The sleeping state arrives quietly, And the last conscious awareness is a soft registration of warmth, coolness, steady sound, and the even rise and fall of breath. The street outside keeps its steady, gentle movement of snow. And inside the room, the body rests fully in stillness and sleep. Chapter 2. Imagine warm window glow filling the nearby room. A soft, steady glow fills the room and invites calm attention inward. A small lamp sits near the window and sends a warm light across the table. The light is even and gentle, spreading over the books and the smooth surface of the wooden top. Curtains hang half open, their fabric catching a trace of warmth along the fold. The glass holds a faint sheen where air meets the cold outside, and a single line of light runs along its edge. Shadows form in quiet bands under the chair and along the baseboard, simple and constant. The room feels contained by that light, with angles and surfaces revealed in plain, comfortable tones. The color of the lamp is soft and low, a steady presence that does not demand attention. A thin thread of steam rises from a mug on the table and disappears into the warm air near the lamp. The steam moves slowly upward and blurs the light for a moment. Before fading, a clock on the wall makes a small measured sound when its hand moves, adding a clear, unhurried marker to the space. The floorboard near the window is cool to the touch, and the contrast between that coolness and the lamp-warmed air feels balanced. The chair by the window has a slightly flattened cushion where weight has rested before, and that familiar shape offers steady support. The blanket folded over the chair back has a soft texture and keeps a gentle weight when draped across the legs. The mug on the table is smooth and warm where hands meet it, and the heat moves into the fingers with calm, even pressure. A faint smell rises from the mug, plain and pleasant, carrying a mild sweetness that does not startle the senses. The light makes the surface of the mug catch one clear highlight, and the rest of the object rests in soft gradation. The window frames a small portion of the street beyond, and the glow from inside turns the glass into a gentle mirror at this hour. Curtains move slightly when air shifts near the sill, and that movement is slow and unremarkable. The lamp's light reaches the ceiling and then falls back toward the walls, creating a broad area of subdued brightness that the eyes can rest upon. The room contains ordinary items laid out with care. A scarf over the arm of the chair, a closed book on the table, a pair of glasses resting folded beside it. These objects hold simple functions and maintain a quiet order that feels reassuring. The warmth of the light makes the colors in the room appear softened, and no edge feels sharp or urgent. A small hum from the building's systems exists in the background, low and predictable, and it settles into the field of hearing without interruption. Outside the window, shapes are simplified by the night and the falling weather, and the light inside offers a clear contrast without harshness. A thin line of frost traces a portion of the window frame where cold meets warm, and that line is steady and minimally noticeable. The hands wrap around the mug and feel the steady transfer of heat through the ceramic, and that sensation travels into the wrists and forearms. Each breath moves with measured length, producing a slow cycle that the body recognizes without needing to control. The inhales are cool, and the exhales bring small waves of warmth back into the room. Attention rests on that simple exchange of air and temperature, and the rhythm does not demand analysis. Muscles around the shoulders release as the weight of the blanket becomes a gentle, even pressure across them. The jaw relaxes, and the facial muscles fall into an easy quiet. The knees bend into a comfortable angle, and the feet rest without tension. The body finds a neutral alignment, supported evenly by the chair and the blanket. The eyes narrow naturally in response to the soft light, and lids lower in a slow, gradual motion. Vision becomes less detailed, and the room's colors blend into broader planes that are easier to hold in awareness. The mind notices the shift and allows itself a slower pace of thought, letting sharp edges dissolve. External sounds continue to exist but do not require response. A distant vehicle moving along a distant road. The intermittent breathing of another room in the building. An occasional settling noise from the structure. Each of these noises sits at a comfortable distance and contributes to a sense of continuity rather than surprise. The light over the table casts a mild reflection on the closed book cover, producing a small pale patch that holds without flashing. The fingers trace the rim of the mug and feel the slight textural variation where glaze meets ceramic. An uncomplicated, tangible detail. That touch provides a steady connection to the present moment and anchors the perception without stirring agitation. A faint warmth moves from the hands into the torso and spreads in slow measure across the chest and abdomen. The sensation is even and diffuse, like heat distributed through soft material, steadying the breathing pattern further. The blanket's weight along the thighs is calming, and that distributed pressure encourages the body to remain still. Eyes close more often, and the remaining glances at the window become brief, conserving energy and attention. The light continues its unchanging presence, and that predictability supports the waning of mental activity. Thoughts appear briefly as small, plain items before passing, and none hold long enough to stir the body into action. Memory and plan-making take softer shapes and do not call for immediate rehearsal or correction. The steady warmth in the room and the even cool at the window edge create a balanced field that the senses occupy without strain. A soft line of shadow along the curtain's hem marks a subtle change in light and becomes a familiar boundary, that does not need inspection. The sound of a distant footstep on the street registers as a single precise event, and then returns to the steady ambient tapestry. Breath continues at a relaxed pace, and each inhale brings a touch of coolness that is refreshing and light. The shoulders remain lowered, and the neck lengthens in a way that reduces pressure on the spine. Small muscles in the hands unclench, leaving the grip on the mug loose and natural. The lamp's light spreads across the room in a way that makes surfaces gentle to the gaze, and the eyes appreciate the absence of contrast or sudden motion. An inner sense of ease arises from the combination of light, warmth, and measured sound, replacing the need for alertness. The room becomes a plain sanctuary of ordinary comforts, each element clear and available without creating stimulation. Attention rests on the most immediate sensations: soft heat on the palms, the even rhythm of breathing, the faint coolness against the nose from the open window edge. These sensations weave together into a straightforward, calming experience that moves the body toward quiet rest. The heart rate settles into a steady tempo that matches the slow pattern of inhalations and exhalations, and circulation follows with gentle regularity. As mental activity slows, images and fragments of thought lose detail and intensity, becoming less compelling and more like passing shapes. The blanket's texture registers at a low level, and the mind no longer needs to focus on it to feel its presence. Eyes remain closed for longer periods, and the sense of the room is carried by touch, hearing, and warmth rather than sight. The lamp's presence stays constant, and that constancy supports the transition from alertness to a softer state. The breath grows longer between cycles, and a light heaviness descends into the limbs without discomfort. The hands rest fully on the mug, and then slowly release, placing it gently back on the table with a slight, quiet sound. The circulation of warmth remains, and that continuing presence keeps the body comfortable without prompting movement. Thoughts become sparse and uncomplicated, and the mental field narrows to include only the most immediate and neutral sensation. A mild drowsiness arrives that is clear and unobstructed, allowing consciousness to slow without resistance. The lamp continues to offer its steady, warm light, and the room remains a calm environment with no sudden changes. The breath moves with minimal effort, and the body relaxes into a state that feels balanced and ready for rest. The last clear awareness of the light and warmth fades gently as attention shifts inward, and the simple pattern of breathing carries the rest into a deeper quiet. Chapter 3. Notice the hush covering footsteps and distant traffic sounds. The quiet of the night settles deeply, and every sound takes on a gentle presence that invites calm attention. Outside, the street seems softened by a slow, deliberate hush, that drapes over the cobblestones. Footsteps are rare and muffled, each one a subtle interruption in the wide stillness. The distant hum of traffic reaches in slow, measured pulses, carrying a rhythm that is steady and unhurried. Each vehicle's sound is muted by distance, and the thick, cool air arriving only as a gentle vibration in the ears. Streetlights stand at regular intervals, illuminating the road in pale, even pools that overlap softly with the darkness around them. The falling snow absorbs noise in quiet layers, making each sound feel more delicate and defined. Occasionally, a solitary footstep on the sidewalk produces a small, crisp sound. Before it blends back into the calm, the hush of the night is not empty, but filled with subtle movement. The slight rustle of branches swaying in a soft breeze, the faint settling of building materials, and the distant sound of a shutter closing somewhere in a windowed room. These elements remain present without urgency, each contributing to the pervasive sense of stillness. The wind is soft and carries no sharp edges, just a mild movement that brushes lightly against exposed skin. Each inhale takes in the cool night air, and each exhale releases warmth slowly into the surrounding space. The body feels lighter as the steady hush creates a buffer between the inner quiet and the outer world. The room itself is calm, and the sounds from outside are distant, clearly audible but not intrusive. Footsteps echo faintly in the distance, moving along their path in slow, uninterrupted steps. The rhythm of these steps is even and predictable, allowing the mind to rest without searching or tracking. Streetlights create muted reflections on wet pavement, and each reflection responds gradually to the movement of the few vehicles that pass. The combination of light, sound, and air forms a stable environment that supports quiet observation and restful awareness. The ears notice the subtle layers of sound, the gentle whisper of the wind, the soft crunch of snow beneath an occasional step, and the distant, low hum of traffic. Each layer blends naturally, producing a seamless auditory texture that is steady and predictable. The hush allows small movements to gain clarity, so even the faint brushing of a coat against itself, or the soft shifting of a bag, becomes perceptible without demanding attention. Inside the room, the warmth and soft light complement the outside hush, creating a sense of separation from the more active world beyond. The contrast between the quiet outside and the gentle presence indoors reinforces a feeling of safety and calm. The mind can settle into the simple awareness of layered sound, tracking without effort the ebb and flow of distant noises. The body remains supported and still, with limbs relaxed and breathing steady, letting the hush guide attention inward. The soft rhythm of distant traffic forms a gentle counterpoint to the intermittent sounds of footsteps. Each distant car moves with slow consistency, producing a low, even resonance that does not startle or demand immediate focus. The hush encourages the senses to broaden slightly, taking in the small, otherwise unnoticed sounds, the distant drip of melting snow, the low murmur of wind against rooftops, the faint creak of wooden frames adjusting to the night air. The slow unfolding of these sounds becomes part of the calm, a background layer that soothes and holds. The air is cool and carries clarity, allowing the smallest details to register without urgency. Every sound feels deliberate yet unforced, contributing to a soft awareness that is gentle and inclusive. The snow on the street absorbs any abrupt noise, muting impact and creating a continuous soft carpet of silence, punctuated only by the faint, measured sounds of the night. The room feels insulated, and the hush outside does not pressure the space, but flows through the window gently. The movement of snowflakes adds a visual companion to the quiet, each flake descending slowly and steadily. The eyes can follow them without strain, noticing the subtle patterns of motion against the darkened street. The interplay of visual and auditory calm strengthens the body's readiness for relaxation. Breathing remains unhurried, following a slow pattern that naturally matches the soft rhythm of outside sounds. Each inhale draws in cool clarity, and each exhale releases warmth into the body and the room. The shoulders ease with every breath, and tension along the spine softens gradually. Muscles in the face relax, and the jaw falls into a neutral, comfortable position. The hands rest gently, whether on a lap, a blanket, or a nearby surface, feeling the ease of steady support. The feet settle fully, carrying only the weight of stillness, and the legs remain comfortable in position without effort. Awareness spreads across the body evenly, matching the steady, soft presence of sound. The hush forms a quiet space in the mind, allowing thoughts to slow without pressure or urgency. Each passing thought is brief, appearing and fading, without tugging attention in any particular direction. Memory, expectation, and planning recede, leaving a simple, calm observation of the present. The distant traffic, an occasional footstep outside, create a slow, undemanding rhythm that acts as a natural cadence for breath and attention. The mind aligns with that cadence, finding comfort in repetition without monotony. The hush amplifies subtle internal sensations, the warmth of the body against the chair or blanket, the slight pressure of the hands resting, and the gentle rise and fall of the chest with each breath. Each of these details is clear yet unobtrusive. Holding attention softly, time becomes less distinct in the quiet. As minutes pass without sharp markers or sudden changes, the room is steady and uncomplicated, providing a secure container for calm awareness. The ears continue to receive distant layers of sound, each registering with mild clarity and no sense of urgency. A lone vehicle passes far away, and its movement produces a slowly fading hum that merges back into the pervasive hush. Footsteps appear in sequence along the sidewalk, distant and infrequent, and the mind tracks their passage effortlessly before releasing them back into silence. The body maintains alignment with comfort and stillness, and each exhale allows a subtle sinking into the chair or blanket. Attention drifts along small variations in sound. A creak in a nearby structure, the rustle of leaves or branches, the muffled noises of nightlife fading into distance. These sounds are present yet unobtrusive, forming a quiet tapestry that is steady and soothing. Visual awareness is minimal, mostly absorbed by soft shadows and the slow glow of lights filtering through the window. The contrast between the warmth inside and the cooler night beyond is gentle, stable, and consistent. Breathing continues with ease, following the natural rhythm of the environment. Lungs expand slowly, carrying in coolness, and then release warmth in a calm, measured cycle. Muscles remain loose and relaxed, and small adjustments occur naturally to maintain comfort without conscious effort. The mind experiences a broad, gentle field of sensory awareness, taking in the hush, the faint traffic hum, the occasional footstep, and the soft internal sensations. No element demands action or response, allowing the body and mind to soften further. Sleepiness begins to arrive as the combination of stillness, warmth, and steady hush encourages the nervous system to settle. Thoughts fade further, becoming lighter and less detailed, like soft shadows passing through open space. The external environment, while present, is non-intrusive, and the mind finds itself aligned with calm observation. The interplay of sound, air, and warmth forms a smooth, continuous pattern that the body can follow without effort. Muscles, breath, and awareness all move in harmony with the gentle hush, creating a deep sense of rest and stability. Time passes without urgency, and the evening holds the body in steady, quiet comfort. Small sensory details remain noticeable, but unobtrusive, including the faint rustle of clothing, the warmth of a blanket, and the subtle changes in light. The steady hush outside continues to support inner calm, guiding attention inward and allowing full relaxation. The heart beats evenly, unhurried, matching the slow rhythm of breath and external sound. The body and mind merge into a consistent state of calm, with no sudden shifts or interruptions. The quiet becomes a natural anchor, supporting an even deeper sense of peace. Muscles soften completely. Breath flows freely, and consciousness gradually slides toward a restful state, ready to drift effortlessly into Chapter 4 describes settling into a comfortable chair with soft blanket. The moment brings a sense of quiet anticipation. As the chair waits, ready to support the body completely. The chair is positioned near the window, holding a steady shape with cushions that yield evenly under gentle pressure. A soft blanket rests across the back, inviting a slow, deliberate draping over the shoulders and legs. The fabric is smooth to the touch, with a subtle texture that is pleasant against the skin. Each movement toward the chair is unhurried, the body guided by natural motion and comfort rather than effort. The weight of the body meets the chair gradually, sinking into cushions that adjust evenly to toe support along the back and hips. The seat offers a steady foundation, neither too soft nor too firm, allowing relaxation without strain. The arms rest easily on the chair's sides, receiving weight without pressure, and the shoulders lower as a natural response to support. Legs bend into a comfortable position, and the feet find a stable placement on the floor, neither tense nor rigid. The blanket moves smoothly across the lap, providing a gentle pressure that encourages muscles to soften further. Hands can rest on the blanket, feeling the fabric shift slightly with each small motion. A mug or small object may sit on a nearby table, offering a focal point of warmth or texture without creating any urgency. The room around the chair is quiet, and the lighting is soft, allowing eyes to adjust easily to shapes and edges. Shadows lie gently along the floor and walls, holding forms without sharpness or sudden contrast. Breathing responds naturally to the body's new position, elongating slightly as muscles release tension and find steady comfort. Each inhale draws in mild, cool air, and each exhale allows warmth to move outward and settle across the chest and arm. The spine aligns evenly, encouraged by the chair's back and the subtle weight of the blanket. The neck feels supported, neither stretched nor compressed, and the head rests naturally without effort. Small adjustments occur automatically, subtle movements that maintain balance and alignment without conscious thought. Hands feel the texture of the blanket, noting smooth or slightly raised areas, while shoulders remain soft and still. Legs remain partially covered, and the weight of the blanket presses evenly against thighs and calves, producing a mild, reassuring sensation. The room holds a calm energy, quiet and steady, encouraging the body to continue releasing tension. A slight draft or shift of air may brush across exposed skin, creating a clear, gentle awareness that does not disturb the overall sense of comfort. The chair and blanket together form a single environment of support, each element contributing to the slow deepening of relaxation. Visual focus narrows naturally as the soft light allows eyes to rest on a single area or close comfortably without strain. The body responds to this focus by settling further, muscles releasing in sequence from the head down to the toes. Even small muscles in the hands and feet soften, and any residual tension fades gradually. Each breath continues a steady, calm pattern, lengthening slightly with the ongoing release of muscular holding. The blanket's presence over the shoulders and lap serves as a mild, even pressure, which the nervous system recognizes as grounding. The chair's cushions offer balanced support across the back and seat, preventing any need for further adjustment. The overall position encourages minimal effort from every part of the body, promoting a natural state of ease. Hands can rest lightly on the blanket or in the lap, experiencing mild temperature and texture differences without distraction. The head tilts gently into the support of the chair's back, releasing the jaw and neck muscles further. The arms remain relaxed along the sides, and the shoulders drift lower as the muscles accept the support offered. The spine curves in a natural alignment, encouraged by the contours of the chair and the even spread of the blanket. Feet rest comfortably on the floor, absorbing slight variations in texture or temperature without requiring adjustment. The mind observes these physical details softly, without judgment or analysis, noting the steady comfort provided by the chair and blanket. Each sensory input, the soft texture of fabric, the gentle pressure, the even light adds to a cumulative sense of calm that spreads gradually through the body. Muscles continue to release, one section at a time, and breath follows a rhythm that mirrors the body's increasing ease. There is no urgency in movement, thought, or sensation. All elements remain steady and predictable. The hands resting on the blanket sense subtle shifts as the body adjusts minutely, each movement slow and controlled, producing a quiet comfort. The legs feel the weight of the blanket evenly, and that steady contact encourages relaxation along the thighs, knees, and calves. The torso rests against the chair's back, with support distributed evenly across the spine, allowing internal muscles to rest fully. The neck and head maintain a neutral alignment, reducing strain and promoting a sense of effortless posture. Small shifts in breath continue to influence overall ease, with longer exhalations softening any remaining tension. Attention may drift gently toward the warmth of the blanket or the smooth contours of the chair, reinforcing the feeling of safety and calm. Light glances at the room reveal familiar shapes and steady, muted colors that do not call for action or sudden attention. The sensory environment supports a gentle narrowing of focus, where the body and mind can occupy the present comfortably. The chair, the blanket, and the surrounding space form a cohesive field of support, holding the body steadily and evenly. The mind notices the absence of sudden noise or bright light, and that absence itself becomes soothing. Breathing continues, steady and measured, with each cycle encouraging muscles to release further and the nervous system to recognize safety. The slight warmth from the blanket spreads slowly through the arms and legs, producing a calming, even pressure. The spine remains supported and relaxed, with minimal effort required from surrounding muscles. The head rests naturally against the chair, and the neck experiences soft release with each breath. The body absorbs the balance of warmth, weight, and support, and awareness of each element becomes comfortable and plain. The chair's cushions and the blanket create a combined sensation of containment without restriction, promoting full surrender to comfort. Hands resting on the lap or blanket notice subtle details of texture and temperature. Simple and steady. The legs remain still, and the feet absorb the floor's surface without tension. Muscles continue to release from the head down through the spine, arms and legs softening entirely. The breath lengthens slightly, each cycle bringing in calm and releasing heat through exhalation. The combination of support, warmth, and stillness fosters a sense of security that spreads naturally through the body. Eyes rest or close lightly, noticing only broad shapes or soft patterns of light. Thoughts slow and become less insistent, drifting gently through the background without pulling attention. The body's comfort encourages further stillness, and each inhalation and exhalation becomes smoother, quieter, and more even. Sensory focus narrows onto the immediate experience of warmth, soft texture, steady support, and calm breathing. The room holds a stable, unchanging presence that supports the gradual decline of tension. Muscles soften further, and internal organs settle comfortably into the chair's support. Hands and arms remain relaxed, and the shoulders drop naturally into a low, easy position. The spine's alignment is reinforced by the cushions, allowing deep relaxation in the torso. The blanket's even weight continues to encourage physical and mental ease. Feet and legs stay in contact with the floor or blanket without stress, completing the body's alignment. The breath, steady and calm, matches the slow, even comfort of the chair and blanket. Attention remains soft and focused, noting warmth, texture, support, and steady light without effort. Mind and body sink further into a steady, calm state, fully supported by the chair and the soft blanket. The environment's simplicity allows complete focus on sensations that are gentle and consistent. The combination of physical support, mild warmth, steady light, and calm breath guides the body toward deep, restorative rest, allowing muscles, mind, and senses to continue relaxing naturally. Every detail contributes to a clear, plain, and comfortable field of awareness, setting the stage for sleep to arrive without effort. Chapter 5. Guide your inhale and exhale into calm rhythm. A gentle rhythm emerges with each breath, and the body begins to notice its own natural pattern. Inhaling slowly, the air moves in quietly and evenly, filling the chest and expanding the ribcage without force. The lungs open comfortably, accepting the flow of air with no rush or strain. Each exhale releases warmth, steadily, leaving the body feeling light and even. The rise and fall of the chest becomes a clear, predictable measure, providing a calm point of focus. Attention rests on the way air enters and leaves the body. Unhurried and consistent, muscles around the shoulders soften as each inhale lifts lightly and each exhale allows them to settle further. The spine adjusts naturally to the rhythm, lengthening gently with inhalation and releasing slightly with exhalation. The diaphragm moves with quiet precision, pushing the abdomen outward gently before relaxing with the outward flow. Each breath produces a soft, almost imperceptible sound as air moves in and out, adding to the steady pattern. The body responds to this rhythm by releasing small areas of tension it had held unconsciously. The shoulders and neck feel lighter, and the jaw maintains a comfortable, even position. The hands rest easily, moving only slightly with each subtle motion of breathing. Feet feel grounded, and the legs remain at rest, absorbing the calm pattern from the core of the body. Eyes close naturally or rest softly on nearby shapes, allowing visual focus to blend with internal sensations. The inhale brings a cool, clear quality of air that spreads through the upper body calmly. The exhale carries warmth back into the room, spreading evenly across muscles and joints. Breathing slows further as attention remains on the simple sequence of rising and falling. Each inhale begins to feel slightly longer, and each exhale allows more complete release. Awareness broadens slightly, noticing the chest, shoulders, and abdomen moving together in a steady flow. Small muscles in the face, hands and feet soften further, responding to the even rhythm of breath. The blanket across the body holds a mild pressure, complementing the steady rise and fall of the chest. Warmth moves slowly from the core outward with each cycle, reinforcing the sense of safety and support. Subtle changes in the room, like distant sounds or shifts of light, are noted without distraction, blending into the calm awareness of breathing. The body's internal temperature balances with the air inside and the slight coolness at the window edge, producing a gentle sense of equilibrium. The chest expands evenly on inhalation, and ribs move outward just enough to accommodate the natural flow. The abdomen softens during exhalation, allowing air to leave without effort. Each cycle becomes smoother, more continuous, and less segmented. The mind registers the repetition as steady, reliable, and neutral, creating a space where attention can rest comfortably. Breathing becomes a central point of awareness. With each inhale and exhale, acting as a gentle anchor, the heart rate aligns subtly with the pace of breathing, producing a combined effect of steady calm. The shoulders continue to drop gradually, and the neck lengthens slightly with each successive breath. Small movements in the torso follow the rhythm of the lungs, producing a soft, calming sway that requires no conscious guidance. Hands and arms remain relaxed, but a light sensation travels through them with each breath cycle. The legs respond in kind, sinking slightly more with each exhale, absorbing the support of the chair and blanket. Sensory focus narrows to the simple pattern of inhalation and exhalation, creating a soothing, predictable flow. The sound of air moving quietly in and out of the body is accompanied by subtle internal vibrations of muscles and soft tissue. This auditory and tactile feedback enhances the awareness of rhythm without tension or effort. Each cycle feels slightly longer and more expansive, offering a sense of spaciousness within the body. The mind notices the expansion without judgment, simply observing the movement of air and the release of tension. Muscles in the face relax further, allowing the jaw to rest comfortably and the eyelids to feel heavier. The chest continues to rise and fall in a smooth, regular pace, and the abdomen follows with gentle cooperation. Awareness of warmth, texture, and position strengthens the steady rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. External sounds, distant and subdued, fade into the background as the breathing pattern remains central and grounding. Each cycle of breath deepens the sense of connection between body and mind, creating a natural, soothing anchor. The shoulders, arms, and legs relax progressively, sinking into the surface of the chair and blanket. The spine lengthens subtly with each inhalation and softens on each exhale, producing an internal rocking that encourages calm. The hands feel only mild contact with the blanket, enough to maintain awareness without distraction. The feet remain lightly planted or supported by the blanket, completing the sense of grounded balance. With every breath, the body becomes heavier in a comforting way, yet still supported evenly by the chair and surrounding space. Muscles along the back and torso release, responding to the gentle rhythm and the consistent support beneath them. The mind shifts attention fully to the pattern of air entering and leaving, and all other minor sensory inputs fade naturally. The inhale feels like a quiet arrival of air, soft and full without effort. The exhale carries away small residues of tension, distributing warmth evenly through the body. The rhythm becomes more effortless over time, with minimal attention required to maintain smooth flow. The body adapts to the steady pattern, further relaxing the spine, shoulders and neck. Minor adjustments occur automatically, small shifts that maintain comfort without interrupting the calm rhythm. Awareness includes subtle pressure points, warmth, the texture of the blanket, and the gentle movement of air, all harmonizing with breathing. The pace of breath continues to slow slightly, reinforcing relaxation throughout the body. Each inhale opens spaces in the chest and abdomen, and each exhale lets those spaces rest in a neutral state. The mind notices the continuity of cycles, and thought becomes slower and less insistent. Sensations of warmth, texture, and gentle weight combine with the rhythm of breath to produce a calm, grounded awareness. The body absorbs this regular, steady pattern, and the nervous system registers safety, ease, and readiness for deeper rest. The inhale lengthens just enough to allow the chest and abdomen to expand fully. The exhale follows naturally, releasing softly and evenly, creating a seamless flow of air and motion. Small muscles across the body loosen progressively. With each cycle, the shoulders drop further. The neck remains long and comfortable, and the spine adapts to support minimal tension. Hands and feet relax completely, integrated with the rhythm of the torso and limbs. The mind maintains gentle attention on the breathing pattern, observing without interference or control. The room remains a quiet, supportive environment, enhancing the calm established by rhythmic inhalation and exhalation. With each cycle, the body settles further, muscles release, and the mind enters a quieter state. The inhale and exhale continue as a gentle, steady current, moving through the body like a smooth, unbroken wave. The combination of warmth, support, and calm rhythm encourages all systems to relax, reducing tension and promoting a full, natural ease. The steady awareness of breath forms a central anchor for consciousness, allowing attention to rest fully and naturally. The body and mind synchronize with this calm rhythm, creating a peaceful, expansive state where rest can arrive effortlessly. The inhalations and exhalations continue without strain, producing a slow, continuous cycle of presence, warmth, and gentle movement. Muscles soften completely. Internal sensations settle, and awareness flows steadily with the rhythm of air moving in and out. The calm deepens as cycles repeat, preparing the body and mind for complete relaxation, quietness, and eventual sleep. Chapter 6. Invite attention to the cool air on your face. A soft awareness spreads across the face as the cool air moves gently over the skin, inviting a calm, focused attention. Each breath brings in subtle freshness, brushing lightly against the cheeks and the tip of the nose. The air is mild and steady, neither sharp nor overwhelming, carrying a sense of clarity through every inhalation. The forehead receives a delicate touch from the movement of air, and the temples feel a slow, even cooling. Eyelids feel slightly heavier as the gentle breeze brushes along the edges, producing a subtle, comforting sensation. The lips register the temperature shift softly, a light contrast to the warmth of the breath and surroundings. The cheeks sense a faint difference in sensation, a quiet note that deepens awareness without startling or distraction. Hair along the scalp moves slightly under the mild flow, producing tiny shifts that are noticeable but soothing. The coolness of the air contrasts with the warmth of the body, creating a balanced awareness that promotes relaxation. The sensation is steady and even, and the mind does not need to adjust or respond actively. The neck feels the gentle brushing of air along the sides, softening tension that may linger after hours of stillness. Shoulders remain relaxed, and the slight movement of air reinforces the release of stiffness across the upper back. Breathing remains calm and measured, each inhalation drawing fresh air that mingles with warmth carried from the body. Exhalations release gentle warmth outward, mingling briefly with the cooler air at the face, producing a subtle balancing rhythm. Awareness expands slightly as the cool sensation traces the contours of the face, touching cheekbones, jawline, and brow in a simple, unhurried sequence. Each small area of skin perceives a clear but gentle contrast, producing an ongoing soft feedback that does not demand attention. The tip of the nose feels light pressure from the air, and that pressure shifts subtly with the flow of each breath. The skin along the sides of the face remains calm, responding with a mild tingling or gentle movement that enhances alert relaxation. Ears register a faint change in temperature, a small cooling effect that is barely audible but sensed distinctly. The lips, Cheeks and forehead each receive incremental variations in sensation that are steady and predictable, contributing to overall calm. Eyes rest lightly beneath lids, and the cool air brushing over the face promotes a subtle heaviness as muscles release more fully. The jaw relaxes gradually. The movement of air along the lower face supporting a soft release. Muscles in the forehead and around the eyes soften, reducing minor tension and allowing the eyes to remain in an even, comfortable state. The combination of breath, warmth from the body, and coolness from the air creates a layered, balanced perception across the head and face. The shoulders, back, and neck align more naturally, responding to the subtle environmental change with gradual softening. Hands resting in the lap or on the blanket continue to feel warmth, contrasting gently with the cool air on the upper skin. Each inhalation emphasizes clarity of sensation, and each exhalation carries comfort back through the body. Awareness of the face draws attention upward slightly, noticing contours, temperature, and subtle shifts in airflow. The tip of the ears, the bridge of the nose, and the line of the jaw each perceive gentle, even cooling. The cheeks feel expansive but not cold, and the forehead registers the air without tension. Small muscles across the face continue to relax, encouraged by the calm repetition of breathing and environmental consistency. The cool air is steady and continuous, producing a soft, calming rhythm that interacts with the natural rise and fall of the chest. The breath carries warmth that mingles with the air at the face, producing a subtle contrast that is soothing and plain. Muscles along the scalp and neck soften incrementally, and the light movement of hair enhances the sense of gentle interaction with the environment. Each inhalation draws in air that is clean and calm, producing a faint, refreshing clarity across the facial skin. Each exhalation releases warmth, gradually leaving the cheeks, nose, and forehead in a subtle balance of sensations. The eyelids feel heavier with every cycle, and attention to the cool air supports that softening without strain. The jaw and lips release fully into the comfort provided by steady airflow and balanced body warmth. Small involuntary movements in facial muscles decrease, and the soft sensation of air guides further relaxation. The mind remains alert but unengaged, noticing the temperature difference without creating tension or stimulation. Sensations along the ears, temples, and cheeks maintain a quiet, steady presence, producing a calm focus that enhances the overall state of ease. Breath continues to match the rhythm of this gentle cooling, with each cycle promoting subtle alignment across the torso and shoulders. Hands and feet stay relaxed, warmed by blankets or the chair, contrasting gently with the upper face's cooling. The spine settles more fully with each exhale, and minor muscles along the back and shoulders respond by softening. The cool air draws attention upward naturally, creating a mild focus point that does not distract but supports awareness. Soft inhalations bring the face into gentle alertness without activity or tension. Exhalations produce an even spreading of warmth downward, allowing the body to feel balanced in temperature. The subtle contrast encourages deeper relaxation while maintaining a clear sensory anchor. Eyes rest softly beneath closed or lowered lids. And the flow of air supports slow heaviness without forcing stillness. The temples, cheeks, nose, and forehead continue to receive a soft, continuous cooling, harmonizing with warmth in other body regions. Awareness expands to include the subtle movement of the chair or blanket in contact with the body, integrating environmental sensations smoothly. The breathing pattern remains steady, long and calm, supporting the perception of cool air without prompting analysis. Small areas of tension in the face and neck fade gradually as muscles respond to this dual sensation of cool air and internal warmth. The forehead smooths. The jaw softens. And the lips rest lightly together, all responding naturally to the gentle environmental cue. Hands resting on the lap or blanket. Feel the warmth that contrasts pleasantly with the cool air, reinforcing comfort and grounding. Shoulders and upper back continue to lower slightly, adjusting to the dual sensations of air and warmth. The gentle movement of air across the face produces no surprise, only a constant, steady presence that aligns with the body's own calm rhythm. The chest rises and falls evenly with each inhalation and exhalation, carrying subtle warmth into the neck and shoulders. Minor adjustments in posture occur automatically as the body finds the optimal alignment for comfort and balance. Awareness of the flow of air across the face deepens the connection to present sensations, promoting focused relaxation. The temperature difference produces a mild, non-intrusive stimulation that encourages muscles to release fully. The cool air along the cheeks, forehead, and nose continues to interact softly with warmth from the body, producing an even, steady balance. Breath cycles remain slow and measured, supporting muscular release and a gentle slowing of thought. The spine, shoulders, and neck respond in kind, adjusting imperceptibly to accommodate the combined sensation. The jaw, lips, and eyelids remain soft, and tension in facial muscles continues to diminish gradually. Hands and legs stay fully supported, and the blanket maintains steady contact with the body's surface. The subtle cooling along the face becomes an anchor for calm awareness, steadying attention and enhancing relaxation. The body absorbs the gentle rhythm of air and warmth, preparing for deeper rest as muscles, mind, and senses align in harmony. Every breath, every minor shift, every touch of cool air contributes to a quiet, steady state where calm expands naturally and effortlessly, supporting the transition toward complete relaxation and eventual sleep. Chapter 7. Observe lamplight reflecting on falling flakes, each catching rays. The lamplight spills gently across the street, illuminating each snowflake as it drifts slowly downward, creating a calm, steady scene. Each flake catches the light individually, moving in its own quiet path. Turning softly as it descends, the glow is steady and warm, softening the contrast between dark night and white snow. Shadows on the ground are muted, shifting subtly as snowflakes fall in irregular but gentle patterns. The flakes rotate and turn, presenting small variations of shape and texture, each visible for a brief, quiet moment. The lamplight forms a clear column of illumination, guiding the eye slowly along the street and allowing each flake to be observed without rush. The air feels mild as it carries the snow past the window, producing a sense of calm interaction with the environment. Outside, the surrounding buildings and streets remain quiet, and the falling snow absorbs any residual noise, enhancing the stillness. Each flake moves at its own pace, some descending steadily, others floating in slight spirals or gentle twists. The warm light captures these movements, reflecting off edges and creating tiny, flickering highlights. The soft illumination makes the snow appear delicate, yet solid enough to notice its gradual accumulation. The eyes follow individual flakes as they move, noticing subtle differences in size, density, and path. The street beneath holds a thin layer of snow that brightens gradually as more flakes settle without any abrupt change. The lamplight forms pools on the surface, where reflections shift slowly with each descending flake. The motion is calm, predictable, and easy to observe, offering a visual rhythm that matches steady breathing. Small variations in falling speed create an irregular yet gentle pace, producing a natural sense of movement without distraction. The surrounding air feels slightly cooler in contrast to the warm lamplight, producing a mild awareness that is refreshing yet unobtrusive. The edges of the street, where light meets shadow, appear soft and indistinct, blending into the background and providing a quiet frame for observation. Each snowflake's reflection catches and releases the light in a subtle shimmer, noticeable only with gentle attention. The movement of flakes is continuous, overlapping slightly yet never colliding in any sudden or disruptive way. The body responds to this visual calm, muscles softening further as the eyes follow each descending shape. The warmth of the blanket or chair contrasts with the gentle brightness outside, reinforcing a sense of security and steady comfort. Small movements of air around the window cause minor deviations in the snow's path, producing smooth, continuous changes that are easy to watch. The reflections form soft patterns on the nearby buildings, walls, and surfaces, adding texture without sharp contrast or brightness. Each falling flake is distinct, allowing the mind to track multiple elements without strain or effort. The scene is steady, the pace slow, and the movement predictable, providing a natural anchor for relaxation. The body absorbs the calm rhythm visually, allowing the eyes to rest gently while remaining aware of shifting light and motion. Minor variations in brightness occur as flakes catch lamplight differently, some glowing more intensely, others barely reflecting. These changes are gradual, creating a dynamic yet unhurried visual feel. The street appears layered, with flakes above and below, reflections interacting with surfaces, in a subtle, ongoing dialogue of light and form. Breathing remains steady, each inhale and exhale aligning naturally with the observation of falling snow. The soft glow of the lamp interacts with the gentle cold air, producing a mild sense of contrast that encourages awareness without tension. Shadows of flakes cast on nearby surfaces shift and fade gradually, creating a quiet visual cadence. Each pattern formed by reflection is temporary, lasting only as long as the flake remains within the light, producing a continual sequence of small, gentle changes. The mind registers these subtle differences without judgment, simply noting variations in light, position, and movement. The steady descent of flakes forms a soothing visual rhythm, reinforcing the calm established by previous sensory awareness. Slight gusts of air may alter the path of individual flakes, producing soft, smooth arcs that are easy to follow with the eyes. The reflections on wet or icy surfaces mirror these gentle arcs, producing slow, continuous changes that complement the visual rhythm. Each flake passes in silence, and the lack of abrupt noise enhances the perception of smooth, flowing motion. The edges of the illuminated area are soft and gradual, fading into surrounding darkness without harsh line. This creates a sense of depth and gentle focus, allowing attention to rest on the moving snow without strain. The body remains supported and relaxed, absorbing the visual calm into the nervous system, further releasing tension in muscles and joints. Hands resting on a blanket or lap feel warmth, contrasting softly with the coolness of the air outside. And the eyes follow the subtle shimmer of light on snow. The snow continues to descend steadily, overlapping paths yet remaining distinct, producing a quiet, meditative cadence that aligns with breath. Each inhalation draws attention inward to the warmth of the body, while each exhalation allows a slow release of attention outward. Observing the flakes, the lamplight emphasizes the edges and surfaces of flakes, making each turn and rotation visible in soft, gentle highlights. Small differences in brightness, shape, and movement produce a rich field of observation without creating distraction or visual strain. The street's surface gathers flakes gradually, the white layers spreading evenly, absorbing light and contributing to a quiet, reflective atmosphere. The gentle accumulation reinforces the sense of passage of time in a calm, deliberate way. The mind notices the steady, predictable movement without requiring engagement. Allowing full awareness of the sensory field without mental effort. Each flake's slow rotation and descent provides a soft focal point, creating a continuous visual thread that promotes relaxation and calm attention. The interplay of warm lamplight and cool snow produces a subtle balance of sensations that encourages the body to remain relaxed and supported. Peripheral vision takes in multiple flakes simultaneously, forming a diffuse, soft pattern that is steady and easy to observe. The mind rests in observation, noticing only the most immediate and simple elements: light, motion, temperature, and depth. The body responds by maintaining steady posture, relaxed muscles, and smooth, even breathing. Soft, even shadows form along the edges of surfaces, shifting imperceptibly with the falling flakes, producing a subtle sense of movement throughout the field of view. Each shadow is gentle and unintrusive, merging naturally with illuminated areas to produce calm, stable contrast. The movement of flakes continues without pause, providing a rhythmic visual anchor that interacts seamlessly with the existing calm. Small shifts in the position of the lamp or minor reflections across surfaces introduce variety without disrupting the smooth pattern of observation. The mind follows these changes passively, allowing focus to drift slightly while remaining anchored in the gentle light and motion. The body absorbs the calm scene, with breathing deepening slightly, muscles softening further, and internal sensations settling into even rhythm. Peripheral awareness of the room blends with the external scene, producing a cohesive sense of steady, gentle presence. The lamplight illuminates the space just enough to produce clarity without sharpness, allowing visual relaxation to continue comfortably. Each flake's path is distinct, yet part of a continuous, unbroken flow, producing a natural, soothing sequence. The mind does not analyze or control, merely observes, allowing full engagement with the calm movement. Warmth from blankets or chair combines with the visual focus to produce a holistic sense of ease throughout the body. Slowly, attention can drift among flakes, noticing details without effort, enjoying the gentle rise and fall, rotation, and descent of each one. Depth and distance are perceived softly, producing a layered, calm spatial awareness. Every cycle of falling snow and shifting lamplight reinforces the steady, relaxed state, allowing body and mind to settle further into stillness and readiness for sleep. Chapter 8. Feel warmths spreading through hands held around a mug. A gentle warmth begins to rise through the hands as they wrap slowly around the mug, steadying and comforting with each passing moment. The surface of the mug is smooth and slightly heavy, offering a stable contact that grounds attention and sensation. Fingers mold gently to the shape, feeling the firm yet yielding ceramic against skin, while the palms absorb a radiating heat that travels inward gradually. Each breath flows calmly as warmth spreads from the fingertips to the rest of the hands, filling the spaces between fingers and knuckles with gentle heat. The air around the mug is slightly cooler, producing a mild contrast that makes the warmth feel more distinct and calming. The body senses this heat as a clear, slow, and soothing stimulus, moving steadily up the arms and into the wrists. The sensation does not demand action or thought. It simply exists, inviting muscles to soften and nerves to settle. Holding the mug encourages a small, natural tightening and then release of the fingers, a rhythm that mirrors the inhale and exhale of the breath. The hands rest comfortably, neither gripping too tightly nor letting go completely, maintaining balance in sensation and comfort. The liquid within the mug produces a gentle, consistent heat that is predictable and steady, reinforcing a quiet sense of security. The weight of the mug in the hands is balanced evenly, producing a mild grounding effect. As attention rests on the sensation of steady contact, the warmth spreads gradually along the palms, moving toward the forearms in a slow, natural flow that encourages further relaxation. The elbows rest lightly against the chair or blanket, supported fully, allowing the arms to receive the warmth without strain. Fingers continue to feel subtle differences in texture and temperature, noticing the smooth ceramic against the skin and the faint condensation along edges. The breath aligns with the sensation, each inhale drawing in calm, and each exhale releasing any minor tension from the shoulders or arms. The body accepts the heat as steady support, allowing muscles in the hands, wrists, and forearms to soften fully. Attention can rest on the subtle weight, the temperature, and the texture without needing to shift focus elsewhere. The warmth spreads evenly, a gentle, constant pressure that is soft but distinct enough to anchor awareness. The shoulders relax further as the arms receive support from the chair and the mug, and the neck releases any minor tension. The palms feel the heat radiate slowly, filling empty spaces with gentle, consistent energy. And the fingers soften naturally around the mug's contour. The warmth moves steadily, encouraging blood flow and relaxing small muscles in the hands and wrists. Each inhale draws attention inward to the sensation. Each exhale allows the warmth to spread further along the arm. The contrast between the cooler surrounding air and the mug's heat produces a clear but gentle focus, maintaining awareness without effort. The body senses the difference softly, allowing extremities to feel distinct yet fully connected to overall comfort. The mind remains quiet, simply noting the radiating warmth and steady presence of the mug, free from distraction or analysis. The heat spreads along the forearms gradually, producing a mild, soothing heaviness that complements the steady rhythm of breathing. The hands mold to the mug's surface effortlessly, palms and fingers absorbing and distributing the warmth evenly. The wrists remain relaxed, resting naturally against the blanket or chair, receiving the gentle heat without strain. Muscles along the shoulders, arms, and hands continue to soften as the body accepts the stable contact and mild warmth. Each exhale allows subtle release in the upper body, feeding the calm sensation radiating from the hand. Fingers maintain a slight, natural grip, neither tense nor rigid, allowing attention to rest comfortably on the steady warmth. The mug feels alive only in its heat, its weight, and its gentle texture. A quiet companion to the steady body posture. The body's core warmth mingles with the mug's heat, creating a mild balance that spreads evenly through the arms. The sensation is continuous, predictable and neutral, allowing full relaxation without distraction or strain. The breath remains steady, drawing in calm and exhaling slowly, reinforcing the perception of warmth flowing naturally through the limbs. The hands feel connected to the body and environment through subtle touch and temperature, producing a quiet grounding effect. The warmth radiates softly, reaching the knuckles and base of the fingers with gentle continuity. The palms feel fully occupied by the heat, leaving no areas of tension or uneven pressure. Slight movements of the fingers create tiny variations in warmth that are observed without effort, producing additional sensory engagement. The arms rest fully supported, and the shoulders drop gently as the warmth moves from the hands upward toward the elbow. The body accepts the combination of external heat and internal comfort, producing a stable, continuous state of relaxation. The mug provides a steady, tactile anchor, encouraging the mind to remain focused without effort or strain. Hands, arms, and shoulders all receive subtle comfort, muscles releasing in sequence as warmth spreads evenly. The contrast between the cooler ambient air and the gentle heat of the mug enhances sensory clarity while promoting calm attention. Each breath deepens the internal perception of warmth, and exhalation allows subtle release through the upper body. The heat flows into the wrists, softening tendons and small muscles, creating a mild but distinct relaxation pathway. The palms remain in contact with the smooth surface, feeling slight variations in temperature and texture, further anchoring awareness. The shoulders remain soft, the elbows supported, and the forearms fully relaxed, producing an overall sense of ease. Muscles along the hands and arms release gradually, surrendering to the slow, continuous warmth that radiates from the mug. Attention to sensation remains simple and steady, observing the temperature and gentle weight without distraction. The body continues to accept the warmth, spreading along nerves and muscles, integrating with the calm rhythm of breathing. Minor shifts in position occur naturally as the body seeks maximum comfort. but the sensation remains continuous and undisturbed. The fingers rest lightly against the mug. Palms radiate gentle heat, and the arms feel supported and steady. Each inhalation reinforces calm and awareness, and each exhalation allows subtle release of any lingering tension in the upper limbs. The warmth moves consistently, touching every part of the hands and lower arms in a slow, uniform pattern. The mind remains neutral, simply observing the interaction of temperature, weight, and touch. The sensory awareness of warmth encourages relaxation to deepen naturally. Muscles in the hands, wrists, and forearms responding automatic. The mug serves as a steady point of contact, producing a mild, continuous sensation that reinforces the overall feeling of calm. Breathing, warmth, and posture synchronize to support a slow, deepening sense of ease. The heat travels from palms into fingers, and each joint softens progressively, enhancing tactile relaxation. The arms remain gently supported, allowing the warmth to extend without interruption. The shoulders continue to release, aligning with the arms' steady comfort. Hands feel grounded and weighted by the combination of heat, support, and mild pressure. Fingers maintain natural curvature. Palms absorb the warmth fully, and wrists relax completely. The mug's heat radiates in a steady, reassuring manner, reinforcing calm awareness and continued relaxation. The sensory connection with the mug anchors attention, reducing minor distractions and promoting a deep, stable sense of presence. The heat travels fully from palms to forearms, producing a subtle, even heaviness that encourages deeper relaxation. Muscles along the arms continue to soften. The shoulders remain low, and the torso absorbs the combined comfort. The rhythm of breathing aligns with the sensation of warmth, producing a slow, even pattern of inhalation and exhalation that complements the physical experience. The hands, forearms, and shoulders all remain supported, integrating the gentle heat into a calm, continuous perception of comfort. Awareness rests quietly on temperature, texture, and weight, producing a sense of steady grounding. Every small adjustment, minor shift, or micro movement is absorbed naturally by the body without tension. The warmth remains even, steady, and gentle, radiating calmly through the upper limbs and reinforcing a slow, relaxed state. Fingers, palms, wrists, and forearms continue to release fully, each muscle finding its own rhythm of softness. breath continues to move in a slow, steady cadence, harmonizing with the sensory feedback from the mug. The body accepts the gentle warmth completely, producing a sense of calm, stability, and readiness for deeper rest, allowing awareness to remain focused, relaxed, and fully comfortable. Chapter 9. Allow your thoughts to quiet and soften gently. A gentle stillness begins to settle in the mind as attention turns inward, noticing each thought softly without judgment or resistance. The stream of ideas, memories, and plans slows naturally, moving with less urgency and becoming lighter with each passing moment. Thoughts appear briefly and then fade, like small clouds drifting across a quiet sky, leaving calm in their wake. Awareness rests evenly on the simple act of noticing, without needing to analyze or hold on to any particular thought. Each inhalation allows a gentle focus to return to the present, and each exhalation encourages the mind to release tension and unnecessary mental activity. Minor worries or mental lists may arise, but dissolve quickly, leaving a soft, neutral space in the awareness. Sensations in the body complement this process, with muscles relaxing as mental activity decreases and attention rests quietly within. The rhythm of breath provides a natural anchor for the mind, steadying thought and supporting an effortless clarity. Each cycle of inhalation and exhalation reinforces a slow, calming pattern, producing a subtle, continuous sense of mental ease. The mind's natural chatter softens gradually, and the pace of internal dialogue slows into a quiet, unhurried rhythm. Small impulses to think, plan, or react are observed without response, acknowledged gently, and allowed to pass naturally. Mental focus becomes lighter, less dense, and more spacious, creating room for calm attention to deepen. Visual awareness may shift slightly, noticing shapes or shadows in the dim light, but attention remains centered on the inner quiet. Sensory perception of the body's warmth, the mug in the hands, and the gentle airflow at the face reinforces mental stillness. The habitual pull toward external events or unfinished tasks relaxes as the mind appreciates the steady calm in the present. Each breath carries a subtle signal to the nervous system, reinforcing relaxation and reducing tension in both body and thought. The mind continues to release minor fragments of distraction, allowing the quiet to expand steadily without effort. Awareness rests lightly on the natural rhythm of existence, noticing thought as it appears and disappears without needing to intervene. The quietness in the mind is soft, gentle, and continuous, forming a stable background for observation and rest. Each inhalation strengthens focus on stillness, and each exhalation encourages minor release of lingering tension or mental clutter. Small areas of stress or tightness in the body dissolve alongside the softening of thought, creating a harmonious interplay between mind and body. The brain registers this calm state as safe and balanced, further slowing internal chatter and promoting mental ease. Visual, auditory, and tactile awareness continues in parallel, blending subtly with inner quiet without dominating attention. The sense of passing thoughts becomes less immediate and more distant, like soft echoes in a spacious room, unobtrusive and gentle. Memory fragments may appear briefly but fade quickly, leaving the mind clear and unencumbered. The habitual mental pacing slows further, producing a sense of spaciousness and ease that flows steadily throughout consciousness. Each subtle thought that arises is met with gentle acknowledgement and soft release, allowing calm to persist without interruption. Internal dialogue diminishes naturally, leaving only a faint, neutral awareness that rests comfortably within the mind. Awareness of breath and body provides an anchor for attention, making the process of softening thought effortless and steady. Mental noise becomes increasingly quiet, with each passing moment reinforcing a continuous, calm mental field. The act of noticing thought without engagement produces a natural soothing rhythm in the mind, calming impulses and reducing internal tension. Thoughts that previously demanded energy are now observed lightly, producing a gentle distance that encourages focus on present sensations. The mind adapts to this quiet state, releasing minor anticipations, judgments, or regrets as it softens steadily. Awareness of the surrounding room. The warmth of the mug and the gentle movement of air continues to provide grounding and stability. Each inhalation draws in calm, and each exhalation allows remaining mental activity to dissolve further into quietness. The flow of thought resembles a slow current, moving predictably and without abrupt force, allowing relaxation to deepen. The mind becomes spacious, with room for silence and rest to coexist naturally with minor cognitive activity. Thoughts that arise are neutral, observed calmly and released, creating a continuous field of mental stillness. Sensations in the body mirror this calm, with muscles softening, shoulders dropping, and spine aligning comfortably. The awareness of warmth, touch, and gentle motion supports the quieting of thought, producing steady mental ease. External sounds and faint light variations are noticed but integrated seamlessly, reinforcing a gentle ongoing focus without intrusion. Each breath reinforces the calming process, drawing attention inward and producing a mild sense of continuity and awareness. The mind's tempo slows gradually, producing longer intervals between thoughts, allowing attention to rest naturally in the quiet space. Subtle mental images may appear and fade, like shadows that drift without resistance or tension. The body's sense of comfort supports this process, with hands holding warmth, arms and shoulders supported, and head and neck relaxed. The quieting of thought aligns naturally with the steady rhythm of the breath, producing an effortless, ongoing mental ease. Mental energy diminishes slightly in intensity, allowing attention to rest lightly on sensations rather than concepts or tasks. Each passing thought is observed without judgment, creating a gentle, reflective environment in the mind. The awareness of stillness, warmth, and rhythm promotes a sense of stability, reducing minor restlessness or fidgeting. Thoughts that arise are softer, less persistent, and more transient, leaving a clear, open space for calm perception. The mind maintains a gentle, continuous focus on quiet observation, producing a steady sense of safety and relaxation. Each inhale brings in calm clarity, and each exhale encourages residual mental activity to dissolve gradually. Minor internal sensations are noticed and accepted without effort, complementing the softening of thought. The rhythm of breath, the warmth of the hands, and the mild sensation of air at the face reinforce a holistic sense of calm. The mind adapts to the quietness, with cognition slowing naturally, producing longer periods of stillness and observation. Thoughts that surface are brief, neutral, and easy to release, leaving the mind in an expansive, gentle state. The ongoing presence of calm allows the nervous system to regulate smoothly, producing mental ease and a steady sense of balance. The subtle, continuous quieting of thought merges with sensory awareness, forming a cohesive state of calm, rest, and readiness for deeper relaxation. Awareness is held softly, without tension, and each passing moment reinforces the natural reduction of mental activity. The mind's habitual patterns diminish, replaced by a calm, spacious attention that requires no effort. Each inhalation strengthens the sense of clarity, and each exhalation softens remaining internal activity further. Muscles throughout the body respond to this quieting, releasing tension along with the mental stillness. Thoughts that arise are met with gentle recognition and dissolve smoothly, reinforcing the ongoing calm. The mind becomes steady, expansive, and even, allowing a sense of continuous, gentle observation. Awareness of breath, warmth, touch, and subtle environmental changes integrate seamlessly, supporting a fully relaxed state. The quieting process continues, producing an even, gentle rhythm in mind and body, preparing for peaceful, restful sleep. Chapter 10. Breathe slowly as eyelids become heavy and rest. A deep, calm awareness begins to spread as each breath slows naturally, moving gently in and out with ease and steadiness. Inhalation draws soft, steady air into the lungs, filling the body with a light sense of ease and comfort. Exhalation releases tension slowly, allowing muscles throughout the body to soften gradually, without effort or thought. Eyelids feel heavier with each passing moment, a natural response to the calm rhythm of breathing and the body's settled state. The softness behind the eyes increases as awareness rests lightly on the gentle rise and fall of the chest. Each inhale brings in subtle warmth and comfort, spreading through the shoulders, neck, and torso steadily and evenly. Each exhale carries away minor tension, stress, and mental chatter, leaving an expanded sense of calm and quiet. The head rests lightly against the chair or pillow, supported fully, with muscles of the jaw and face relaxing further. A slow, steady rhythm emerges, and the body synchronizes naturally with the flow of air, producing a gentle, continuous state of ease. Shoulders drop slightly, elbows remain supported, and arms rest softly against the body, receiving the benefit of stillness. Fingertips feel weightless and warm, and the palms rest comfortably, absorbing mild sensations from the surrounding environment. The gentle rise and fall of the chest encourages the diaphragm to move freely, producing effortless, deep breaths that flow naturally. The eyelids grow heavier gradually, lowering further without force. Each movement slow, steady, and calm. Small muscles around the eyes release completely, allowing the lids to rest with ease while the body continues to soften. Awareness of breath anchors the mind, providing a gentle point of focus that stabilizes thoughts and enhances relaxation. The lungs fill without strain, and exhalation allows complete release, producing a rhythmic, soothing pattern that encourages rest. The neck feels long and free, no stiffness remaining, aligning naturally with the gentle slope of the head and shoulders. The hands remain warm, steady, and supported, radiating subtle comfort through the forearms and upper arms. Minor adjustments in posture occur naturally, with the body responding instinctively to sensations of comfort, support, and calm. Breathing continues without conscious effort, producing a slow, regular cadence that guides the body toward deeper relaxation. The eyelids feel weighted, softening gradually, creating a clear signal for the body to move toward restful stillness. Muscles across the face remain relaxed, with a sense of neutrality spreading through the jaw, cheeks, and forehead. The body's core warmth integrates with the slow rhythm of breath, producing a cohesive, calming flow throughout limbs and torso. The mind rests lightly on the sensation of breathing, noticing the steady pattern without interference or expectation. The rhythm of inhalation and exhalation carries a gentle energy through the chest, ribs, and abdomen, supporting complete muscular release. The eyelids settle more fully with each cycle, producing a soft darkness behind closed lids that invites complete rest. Small movements in the body are absorbed seamlessly, unnoticed, and allowed to settle naturally into the chair or bed. Each inhale reinforces relaxation, Each exhale encourages minor tension to dissolve, leaving smooth, even comfort. The awareness of air moving in and out produces a calming focus, quieting residual thoughts and anchoring the body in the present. Shoulders, neck, and back continue to respond to this pattern, softening steadily as muscles release completely. Arms rest naturally. Hands feel warm, and fingers remain lightly curved without tension or strain. The slow breath moves deeply through the lungs, filling the torso gently while producing a steady grounding rhythm. The eyelids feel heavier and heavier, lowering effortlessly as the body sinks further into support. The head, neck, and shoulders maintain alignment with minimal effort, allowing gravity to assist in complete relaxation. Breath flows evenly and quietly, producing an ongoing cycle of calm that spreads steadily from head to toe. The mind follows this rhythm gently, resting in observation without control or engagement. The subtle rise and fall of the chest and abdomen creates a hypnotic, soothing cadence that encourages further eyelid heaviness and mental calm. Minor twitches or small movements are absorbed naturally, leaving no resistance and no tension. Each exhalation allows the body to release remaining tightness in arms, shoulders, or back, producing smooth, continuous relaxation. The warmth of the hands radiates subtly through the forearms, shoulders, and torso, blending seamlessly with the calm rhythm of breath. The eyelids feel full and weighted, moving ever so slowly toward complete closure, signaling the mind and body to rest further. Muscles in the face, scalp, and jaw relax fully, and even small points of tension dissipate with each soft breath. Attention rests gently on the slow breathing pattern, which carries awareness inward, while the body absorbs comfort and ease. The body aligns naturally, producing balance and stability, allowing minimal energy expenditure and maximum relaxation. Each inhale draws in calm, light energy that supports the heaviness of the eyelids and the gentle slowing of thought. Each exhale releases subtle tightness and residual restlessness from both mind and body, producing deeper relaxation. The chest expands softly, shoulders lower, and the back settles evenly into the support beneath, producing steady, continuous calm. The eyelids close further with each breath, weight increasing gradually, softening into a gentle darkness behind closed lids. Minor residual thoughts are noticed briefly and released immediately, leaving a quiet, unoccupied mental space. The body responds fully to the slow, rhythmic breathing, absorbing warmth, support, and comfort from surrounding contact. Each inhalation reinforces stillness. Each exhalation deepens heaviness in the eyelids and relaxation across the body. The mind rests lightly on the sensations of breath, weight, and support, producing a steady, gentle calm. Shoulders remain low, arms remain supported, and hands continue to feel warmth spreading slowly through fingers and palms. The neck releases fully, head supported, and minor tension in the face and scalp dissolves entirely. The rise and fall of the chest and abdomen remains steady, slow, and calm, producing a predictable rhythm that encourages mental quiet. Eyelids are heavier now, lowering effortlessly, producing a clear, gentle cue for complete rest. Muscles across the body soften further with each breath, releasing previously unnoticed tension from small groups of fibers. The mind is calm, unoccupied, and neutral, noticing only the rhythm of inhalation and exhalation, and the steady heaviness of eyelids. The body's core warmth and the gentle airflow from the environment merge naturally, enhancing the soothing rhythm of breath. Each inhalation strengthens the sense of calm. Each exhalation allows residual tension to dissolve progressively. Eyelids rest fully now, heavy and soft, as muscles across the face, neck, and shoulders relax completely. Attention remains lightly anchored on breathing, reinforcing the slow, steady calm that flows throughout the entire body. Hands, arms, and torso remain fully supported, warm, and relaxed, contributing to the overall sense of security and the rhythmic pattern of breath continues, unhurried and consistent, guiding the nervous system into deep relaxation. Minor adjustments in posture occur naturally, absorbed seamlessly by the body, without requiring conscious effort. Each slow breath produces a gentle wave of calm through the limbs, torso and head, supporting complete rest. The eyelids maintain full heaviness, gently resting, eyes closed and free of strain. Muscles in the jaw, face, neck, shoulders, and back are completely soft, producing a seamless state of comfort. Awareness rests easily on the simple act of breathing, observing the rise and fall of air without interference. Each inhalation produces comfort and stability. Each exhalation releases remaining tension in both mind and body. Hands remain warm, fingers relaxed, and arms fully supported, allowing total surrender to the rhythm of rest. The mind quiets completely, thoughts softening and fading, leaving only the gentle cadence of slow breathing. The body absorbs warmth, support, and calm rhythm, integrating these sensations into a unified sense of safety. Each cycle of breath reinforces the heaviness of the eyelids and the steady relaxation of muscles from head to toe. Awareness rests effortlessly on these sensations, producing a continuous, calm, and restorative state. With every moment, the eyelids feel heavier, the body softens more fully, and the mind remains neutral, prepared to drift naturally into sleep.